This is the first letter I got in the mail, which was October 13th, 2022, from Jennifer Wolf, stating that the letter is in response to my calls to Dakota County Community Corrections and Dakota County Social Services and Dakota County Attorney's Office. Going forward, any communication from Dakota County or its departments related to this matter will be in writing only. Future correspondence related to this matter must be in writing by email at attorney blah blah, or if you prefer snail mail, standard mail, the address. Dakota County will not respond and or engage in non-written communication. They want to do this and send out this letter due to me recording all the conversations and posting it public. Now they want it in writing or an email. That way they can choose to say something or not say something. And they made that clear, to say something or not say something. So, as has previously been communicated to you, Dakota County Community Corrections has complied with its legal supervision and monitoring requirements regarding child molester Jeffrey Watney, including those outlined in Minnesota statute. As it relates to Dakota County Social Services, again, all appropriate actions and or investigations were conducted per whatever to statutory requirements. Again, if you would like to engage further as it relates to this matter, only written communication will be permitted. Now, I've already documented, uploaded, and proved that none of this stuff was done by the legal supervision and monitoring, or by the standards, or by the statutes, or by the law required for them to be doing it by. I've already showed all that. The statutes, the laws, the requirements, so on and so forth, for the mandate reporting to Minnesota Statute 244057, the one with the social services. I already uploaded all that. I did the statute from 2008 when they bought the house and they're living in the same structure, building. I already proved and showed 100% that backs up everything I'm saying is 100% correct and true. They want to keep playing games and run around BS bullshit, and they thought, we'll have him call this person, call that person, call that person, call that person, and he'll get tired out and he'll just quit, he'll stop. I said it before and I'll say it again. I fucking will not fucking stop. You fucking are not going to put a goddamn fucking child molester around my kid, abuse me, and fucking think I'm supposed to just lay down and take it. You got me fucked up. The reason for me documenting it, uploading it all, just posting it straight up public. Because if it comes down to that point where it kicks off, and there's a big old problem that kicks off, they got some type of reference to go back on what I did and what I showed. And every single person I contacted And there's no question about it whether I contacted them or not contacted them, or didn't or did not have a conversation with them, or what they did or did not say. All the way from the probation officer, the supervisor, his supervisor, child protection, their supervisor, the county attorney's office. You're talking all the way to the city council members of South St. Paul and West St. Paul, the mayor of South St. Paul, West St. Paul, the police chief of South St. Paul, West St. Paul, Lakeville, Hastings, Burnsville, all the way to the DOC, Department of Corrections, all the way to the BCA, all the way up to the Minnesota Attorney General, all the way up to Tim Walz. Everything's been documented and recorded, and all the way up to Tim Walz. My recorded conversation with the person from his office, telling me they have no legal grounds or no legal whatever to intervene or to get in the middle of anything, which is straight bullshit. Straight fucking bullshit. I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calls and emails and hundreds of hours just like making sure everything was documented, and I'm not letting it go. I'm not going to let you abuse me. You fucking taken enough from me, my life, my kid's life, my family's life, and you think you're just going to do it? And what are you going to do about it? You got me fucked up. You've already taken fucking everything. You fucking already fucking put a fucking child molester on my kid. I fucking did everything you're supposed to do by the book of filing papers and going to court and get your legal visitation rights, and over and over and over and over. Every single court paper and document I got fucking saved. You're not fucking abusing me. You're not going to abuse the law. And you think just because you're in the position whether to say or not say, whether you're going to do something or not do something, I'm fucking telling you right now, I fucking made it clear, and I'll say it again. One way or another, you're going to get it looked at and looked into and dealt with. One way or a fucking another, it's going to happen. No fucking doubt about it. I bet my fucking life on it. And if you come around thinking you're going to put hands on me and try and pull some bullshit that I got some fucking warrants on allegedly recording a court proceeding, so I had documentation to show 100% fact on everything I'm saying I'm backing up, which is straight fucking from straight from the source. Not no hearsay, no fucking regurgitated fucking type talk. No, this is straight, everything straight from the source. A probation officer that wants to go and file a harassment restraining order on me, and you guys go and do it by publication, you say? You didn't do it by publication. And why would you have Ramsey County try and deliver it? Exactly. It was not done by no publication. You knew if I knew about it or was aware of it, definitely I would have filed papers. I would have went and took that shit in front of well, we see what happens in Dakota County. It doesn't matter. If shit's got to kick off and make it such a big fucking problem, and it's a big enough problem, like fucking people are going to start asking questions like, what the fuck's this shit about? I'm telling you right now, fucking, I bet my fucking life on it. You're going to fucking wind up looking into it and dealing with it one way or another. That's all there is to it. You're not going to abuse me and sit there and treat me and like break the law and do whatever you want and think you can do it and just get away with it. And people are supposed to just be scared and in fear and, well, we'll threaten him with this and threaten him with that. Yeah. You know how many fucking lives and families you fucking destroy with that shit? You can't pull that shit on me anymore. You fucking already put it to the point. You threatened to take my life, my freedom, and threaten me with criminal charges and throw me in jail, and I've got nothing else left to hold on to, and you just think I'm going to either go and lay down and lick your fucking nuts. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. You are not fucking putting hands on me. You are not throwing me in no fucking cage. I am going to stand my fucking ground, and I will fight for my life. If you come and you think you're going to try and pull some shit like that, I'm standing up and I'm fucking fighting for my life. I got every fucking right to, as a human being, as a father, as a parent. You put a goddamn fucking child molester on my kid, and it should have never even went this far when I called the very first time. every fucking recorded conversation, show us clearly what the fuck happened and what's been going on. And I fucking said it, and now I'm gonna upload all the fucking emails that I sent, hundreds of them, showing exactly what's been said to you. Not only that, they're in group emails with 23 other people or so, or 10 or 15 group emails. So it wasn't just going to the Dakota County Attorney's Office, it was going to Scott County because Jeffrey Michael Watney, his child molesting charges were out of Scott County. Put in the group emails also Channel 9, Channel 11, the news media. I put in the BCA, the DOC. Well, when I upload them all, you'll be able to see all the emails that were all in group emails. So they all were getting the same email, that were going to the same people, that were all the same exact ones that were going to the Dakota County Attorney's Office. And then Dakota County Attorney's Office started blocking me because, well, if we block them and we don't see them, then we can say, well, we didn't know nothing, right? Well, you guys already admitted that you knew about everything, you're aware of everything, and you already knew about all these fucking videos and everything I posted online, because it's already on public records with the court. You're fucking not abusing me anymore. You're fucking just not. I'm standing my fucking ground, and you ain't fucking doing anymore. You're gonna have to fucking take my life, because you're not gonna fucking just have me just give it to you. That's it. You fucking destroyed any type of fucking father or child relationship with me and my child. I didn't get to watch my child grow up. I didn't get to see my child any type of schooling activities. I didn't get to see my kid go on and get on the bus and go to school the first time. I didn't get to see my kid graduate. I mean, I can go on and on and on the fucking shit you fucking stole from my life. Endless amount of times going through the court shit, I backed up and showed everything that I was showing was 100% fact and true. And fucking the only thing you got on me is one OIP violation for saying, hey, at least tell my kid Merry Christmas in a courtroom. That's all I did. I said that to my ex in the courtroom. At least tell my kid Merry Christmas. And you fuckers want to paint me like I'm some monster and whatever. There's not one fucking shred of evidence or email or text that I sent any threatening things to anyone. It's back it up if you're gonna fucking make accusations. My recorded conversations of calling the courthouse numerous times on trying to take this shit back into court to have them look over this harassment restraining order from the very first one that kicked off. Needless to say, Chrissy Watney Sullivan was the one that reached out and contacted me the first time a couple years ago. Mysteriously somehow got my phone number, started in texting me, harassing me, and then wanted to flip the script knowing, oh, it's getting close to Kayla turning 18. Let's kick some shit off and drag it out longer. It's all fact. It's all fucking... Any ignorant person would be able to figure that part out. Now, this is the first letter they sent me, is everything had to be done, email, this, that, because they didn't want me to record or post any more of the shit, because what else were they going to say? The only thing they could say is, yeah, we fucked up and we're in the wrong and fucking... Well, they weren't going to say that. They weren't going to say no email or fuck... You can't just sit there and fucking lie to people when they're fucking calling and questioning some shit. You're supposed to be the legal system. When they call and they question, and you guys just fucking lie about shit and deceitful? What the fuck kind of legal system is this? You guys didn't fucking do your job. You fucking put a child molester around a kid who has court orders not to be around fucking kids. This is the second letter they sent me. You can turn it and you can word shit and you can twist it around and spin it and pick and choose what you want to say and choose whatever fucking word you want to have out of this sentence, that sentence, and put it together. Well, he said this sentence and this word was in this sentence and we'll spin it around and we'll say this and say, I don't give a fuck what the fuck you do at this point. You fucking took in the past 2 years of my fucking life of stress, unbelievable fucking stress, like you would not believe going through this. And every bit of evidence I had to go and document, obtain, give myself, because you fucking legal system wasn't going to do anything on helping like you're supposed to and you should have. You want to take all this shit as a threat or whatever the fuck you want to take it? You want to talk about a threat? A threat is coming from you, and you're threatening to take my life and my freedom and put a convicted child molester on my kid and not inform me or tell me about it? How much of that would significantly would have changed my life? You've already taken everything from me. I hope you get it in your fucking head and got it clear. You've already taken everything. And I'm going to stand my fucking ground on this. You're in the fucking wrong. And that's all there is to it. You can twist it and spin it around. This is not only uploaded on just this one YouTube channel. There's multiple things it's uploaded on. There's copies of it all. You can go and erase one. It's still on the internet, and it'll always be there forever. What else you want to say? Yeah, in 2018, the statute changed. Now, whatever, it's 260E. Well, in all my emails, you'll be able to see what I said and what I sent. I sent straight copies of the statutes and the laws from what were in effect from 2008 all the way up to 2018 when it was redone. Showing exactly what the law and the statutes were when a convicted child molester was not only around, but living with kids. You fucked up. You guys wrote it in your own report that he's been living in the same house with Kayla for 10 years. You fucking already admitted it. You can't say they weren't. You already said they were. You wrote it in your fucking goddamn report. Your mandate child report you did. You fucking already admitted it yourself. You never cross-referenced it with any police department. I'm sure if you did, I'm sure Burnsville Police Department would have said, oh no, we ain't letting this guy buy a house that's got a goddamn park in his backyard. Of course he didn't notify Burnsville Police because they would have had the documentation of all this shit about him and about him around my kid and where he lives. When Christy went and made a report to the Burnsville Police Department, they didn't have nothing because Terry Olson had to go and email them everything. They had no knowledge or anything. Do any of the neighbors know about that? A park in his backyard. Them people that live around there and they go to that park and they got their kids going to that park, they think they should be able to go there and play safe. And to know that this guy's got his backyard, of all the houses around that park, their house has got the biggest one that has the yard. That is more of that park than anything, than any other house around that park. Not only that, it's a public walkway and bike path. It goes right alongside of their house. Come on now. Really? I highlighted all the fucking statues on here that they're claiming. And of course, you know, while we may not provide specific information on the topic that you rise, we may provide you with some information. Well, I don't need no information. I already know what the statutes and the laws on it. Just a general process of the legal requirements. Yeah, well, that's right. The mandate report statute in place in 2018. Please note, since that time, statute 626 was repealed and replaced to Minnesota statute 260E. I said you can pick any fucking statute you want by any year you want from 2008 all the way up to 2018. Pick any one of them you want to go by. And we can go by any one of them if you want. And then when we're done, I prove all that shit. Let's go back to the beginning of it, where this motherfucker had no contact with children. Court orders over and over and over, no contact with children. So you can go right back to that, whatever you want. You can pick whatever year you want on any statute or fucking requirement or anything whatsoever you want to do. Let's pick any one of them years. And we'll go by them, and we'll go by them laws and statutes. I've got no problem. I can back up every single fucking thing that I'm saying. Every single thing. You guys are in the fucking wrong. And it's plain as day and it's clear. We're talking about a goddamn fucking child molester here. A fucking pedophile. And you fucking act like this is some motherfucker stole some bubble gum from a goddamn grocery store. Now these emails ain't in order. But I'll start with at least the ones that I have saved still on my phone from ones received. These are emails showing that Dakota County wound up blocking my emails, and they wind up sending me an email telling me they didn't block my emails. And you want to say and claim like I should just let this shit go? Let the shit go, and then what? And then what? And then I lay down and lick your nuts and sit in jail and get put on probation and get finger banged like a motherfucker, like follow all your rules and recommendation of being on probation? Like, you want to give me a plea bargain for a year probation for these 2 violations with Mark Mell? A year probation? Well, you might as well box that up and just give me a year in prison, because you know damn well I'll be violating in every bit of restriction or law or state or whatever the fuck it is that you're gonna put down on me and make me try to follow this and that. Like, it'll be nothing but a violation. You might as well box that shit up and make me go do a year in prison, because that's what it would come down to anyways. A year in prison, what do you know? That's the same amount of time. Wait, he didn't go to prison, but you're trying to offer me 365 days on probation. That's the same amount that Jeffrey Watney got for molesting his own kid for over a year. You want to give me that for just making 2 phone calls and leaving a message? Not one threatening one? You want to call it harassment? What? Because letters got mailed out to everyone around Mark Mell, the probation officer supervisor. A letter got mailed out to all his neighbors in like a 3-block radius, letting them know what kind of neighbor they live next door. So when they walk out and they're cutting their grass and they see that neighbor over there and think, this dude's a piece of shit, and give him the stink eye, and like, imagine the guy living right next door to him thinking, man, and to think I live next door to someone like this, someone that works for our government, for our county, for our probation system, that monitors sex offenders, and think, look what this guy does. Look what he does. This convicted child molester, what's happened to him for molesting his own kid? Nothing. He's got to go and get away with every single thing he could. Got to be, bam, we'll even put you around kids, living with kids. We won't do nothing. We'll even let you fly out of state with minor kids. We won't do nothing. We'll even let you leave the country, and we won't do nothing. Although all this stuff is our own process or procedure or restrictions or not prohibited type shit, like leaving the country. It's part of Dakota County Probations is prohibited. Now, if you're Jeffrey Michael Watney, though, right? Gets to be on work release, but you can't leave state if you're on work release. Not if you're Jeffrey Michael Watney. 3 months prior to him buying a house and living in the same house with my kid, he files court papers trying to get unsupervised contact with my child, my minor child that was 5 years old at that time. Can you imagine if a father, if you're a father and you're listening to this shit, just close your eyes and fucking imagine this. Unbeknown to you, your ex-sinner dating a fucking child molester, and this child molester is filing court papers in another county trying to get unsupervised contact with your kid, and you're not even aware of it or have any knowledge of it, and you think your minor kid would only be like 5 years old at this time. Fucking just imagine that. Fucking just imagine a motherfucker can file fucking papers on trying to get unsupervised contact with your own minor kid that you have legal rights to, and you can't even know about it, and you're not even informed or told about it. Yeah. Now you tell me, where the fuck would you be at in your head? Absolutely, I'm not letting it go. You fucking absolutely are fucked up if you think I'm gonna let it go. I'm making it clear in every single one of my emails that I sent, and I sent a shitload, stating and making it fucking clear, 100% clear, you fucking are not abusing me like this. And I stand up not just for myself, but every other fucking parent that's got to go through this shit in the system like this, that is afraid and in fear of saying something or stepping up because of the retaliation and abuse and what they would do afterwards if they say something or point it out or call them out on their wrongdoings, because they will do it and they will abuse the people and they will inflict the fear and the controlling and the breaking the law, clearly shit. And people are afraid to speak up or say something or do something about it, because if they do, what would the retaliation be on it? And then what do they got to do? Fight the system when they can do whatever they want because they're the ones in charge and they can just abuse their power? I stand up not just for myself, but for fucking every other parent that's got to go through this shit, and that's in the position that, if you're a parent and you're going through this shit, you would understand what I'm saying. Where you're just fucking stuck, and it's not even like you're backed up against a wall being poked with a stick. It's like you're just piled with rocks, nothing but all the way around you and on top of you, and there is no moving. And then they're poking you with this stick. Like, the only way to explain it is if you are a parent and you're going through this kind of shit and you have to keep going through the shit and keep going through the shit, filing papers, going to court, you'd understand what I'm saying. Otherwise, like anyone else, probably you just can't even fathom the stress and the fucking it's fucked up when this is your legal system that's doing this. Think about how they went and sent that little boy home with a mom, knowing what this mother was and what she was about and what she was like, knowing and even talking about it after they closed the case and sent him home with the mom. They're talking about it among themselves in emails and text messages, talking about it, knowing straight up. The child protection worker said she could only imagine what that kid's going through right now. I mean, boldly, she was afraid of that woman. If she's an adult and she was afraid of that woman, what makes you think that 6-year-old wouldn't have been? If you knew you were afraid of her and you didn't want to go around her and you want to have another worker go do it for you, but you're going to go put a 6-year-old there? How fucking sick is that? You're putting a 6-year-old in front of someone that you're afraid of. That's fucking sick. Why aren't these people being charged? Why ain't they being held accountable? Why isn't it Dakota County Attorney's Office stepping up and making some type of public notice and calling the shit out, saying, hey, making this shit clear, if you guys are going to sit here and do your job and you're going to do it any way you want and you're not doing it by the standards and by the laws and by the, well, I don't know, what do you call it, professionalness that you guys don't have, and if you're going to do it clearly how you've been doing it, that they were not going to tolerate it, and they will be held accountable and they will be charged if they choose not to do it by the law and by the standards and by the professionalism that they're supposed to be doing it by, that they're hired to be doing it by. Why ain't they coming out publicly and saying something and doing something and pointing that shit out? Nothing. Nope. All they had to say is when they call for comment, yep, we don't have nothing to say, no comment, that's it. You guys fucking ain't doing shit. You know what's going on. You all know what's going on because you're all right there and you're all fucking in cahoots, and that's it. You're not fucking doing it to me, though. You fucking ain't. You fucking ain't. You've already taken everything. And what is left after this point? To go and lay down and lick your fucking nuts and turn around and come back right to where it's at right now? We can just fucking do it now, and we can do this shit, and we can figure out what's what. Because no matter what, the shit's all documented, uploaded, and it's gonna be like something they can look back on as a reference on my side of everything. So here's one set of emails. These were just ones that were on my inbox side, which I still have copies of a shitload of other ones that were on my inbox side. I wound up forwarding a whole bunch of them because obviously hundreds of them, and I wound up emailing them, forwarding them to a friend. So, but here's the start of just ones that I had in my inbox, and then you'll be able to read all these ones that I've wound up sending, and clearly what I stated and said, and all the people that were receiving these emails.